It is the year correct century 2345. The Earth has lost much of its space traveling technology after a series of past cataclysms, and has since been reduced to the technological level of the World War I era. On the other hand, the people on the moon, called the Moon Race, left Earth long ago to live in space until they deemed the Earth suitable to return to. The story centers around a young member of the Moon Race named Roland Sahak, who was selected along with his friends Keith and Fran to take part in a recon mission to see if the Earth was suitable for resettlement. After landing on Earth, Roland befriends the Heim family and becomes their chauffeur. A year later, during the coming of age ceremony, the Moon Race deploys mobile suits and tries to take the Earth by force. During the chaos, the ceremonial statue crumbles and reveals an ancient mobile suit. Roland uses the mobile suit to fight back, and the two sides call for a ceasefire. As the tension escalates between the people of Earth and the Moon, the Earth forces discover more mobile suits from their past, which is known as the Dark History, and uses them to fight back against the Moon Race. The Moon Race, on the other hand, simply want to return to Earth as it was their original home, and thus Roland must find a way to maintain peace and prevent both sides from starting an all-out war. To celebrate the 20th anniversary of the franchise, Bandai decided to bring Tomino back to the team after almost 6 years of being absent to create a new Gundam show. Tomino himself has finally come out of depression, and now he's ready to give Gundam another shot. But this time, he had an ambition to end the franchise. Now, a lot of people have always wondered, why is it called Turn A Gundam? Well, Turn A is a mathematical symbol that stands for all. In other words, Tomino did the unspeakable and basically combined every single Gundam universe together, from Universal Century all the way to After War. Now, don't get the wrong idea. You're not gonna see anything crazy like Wing Zero vs Zeta, or F91 vs New Gundam, or anything like that, as the concept of Turn A connecting all the Gundam shows together is done in a very subtle manner, and it all plays out in the way Turn A presents its story elements. Like most Gundam shows, Turn A is set in a futuristic calendar, but the setting looks like it takes place in the early 20th century. This will play a huge role in the story, as well as its connection with the Turn A. What I like about Turn A is that unlike most anime made by Tomino, it wasn't dark and depressing. Sure, it does have its hard-hitting moments, but it does have enough levity to balance it out. It's more tamed, and it's a nice change of pace compared to something like Victory Gundam. This is also perhaps the most politically driven Gundam show of all, more so than Wing, but it's actually more tolerable and not as tedious. Like Gundam X, there really isn't much of a full-scale war going on, and the main conflict of the story is trying to prevent an all-out war from happening between the Earth and the Moon Race. It's kinda like in X, where the people were trying to prevent another war from happening between the Earth and colonies. The story is definitely the best aspect of Turn A. It is very complex and original. I really like how a lot of the backstory in Turn A was kept a secret, as it makes you wonder how the world came to be this way. Even the Turn A Gundam itself is a mystery. All these secrets only enhance Turn A's message of how war can be devastating to the world. While I do praise the originality of the story, it does have one major flaw: the pacing. The pacing of Turn A is agonizingly slow, even slower than Victory Gundam. Although this must have been done intentionally so they could show off the world of Turn A, which is vast and interesting. Moving on to the characters, I have to say that I really enjoyed Roland as the main protagonist. Despite being naive, he has this sense of maturity that not a lot of Gundam pilots have. He's also a pacifist, but unlike Kira, who is a hypocritical douchebag, Roland actually threatens his opponents first, and if they didn't comply, then he'll take action. he's still the greatest example of how to do a pacifist pilot the correct way. So she may be an arrogant bitch, but you can't help but sympathize with her. Her entire world was turned upside down by the moon race, and now she's trying to make the best out of it. Queen Diana and Ki-Hel are two of the best female characters in Gundam. They are both well developed, and they get to see the war from a different point of view. And the way they deal with their situation is what makes them so endearing as characters. In a sea of shitty female politicians in Gundam, they both stand out and are in a league of their own. Harry Ord is becoming my favorite Char clone of all time. He stands out on his own right as a character and a badass pilot. The rest of the characters are fun to watch, like the strange Korin Nander and the warmonger Gingham. Although there are characters I could do without, like Poe, who cries over everything. What I love most about the characters in Turn A is the whole Macross vibe around them. Seeing both races interact with each other and trying to understand each other's culture is simply fascinating. It's unlike anything I've ever seen in Gundam. Overall, the story of Turn A is very unorthodox, and that's what I love about it. It's a heartwarming story that provides entertainment without the constant use of stylish battles. The visuals are absolutely incredible. The animation is fluent, and there is virtually no stock footage used. While it may not be as detailed as Cowboy Bebop and Evangelion, I still think Turn A looks impressive. What's unique about Turn A is that there aren't any large-scale battles in the show. In fact, most of the battles revolved around 10 or less mobile suits. The character designs are interesting compared to other Gundam shows, and I personally thought they were alright. So now it's time to talk about the most controversial aspect of Turn A Gundam, the mobile suit designs. Particularly, the Turn A itself. Where do I begin? The Turn A Gundam, designed by special guest Sid Mead, has become the most polarizing Gundam design in history. And I don't get why. If you legit don't like the Turn A, fine. But to say you won't watch the show because the Gundam looks stupid is ignorant. You're basically judging a book by its cover and only looking at the presentation rather than the substance. And I hate it when people do that. Just give it a chance. Just because the mechs aren't up to your standards doesn't mean the entire show sucks. I personally love the Turn A. It's one of my top 5 Gundams of all time. Think about it for a moment. The Turn A's design blends well with the environment and doesn't look out of place when fighting the other mobile suits. It's also very futuristic looking and looks way more advanced than any other Gundam ever made. Even more so than the Gundams in modern shows. The Turn A and its rival unit, the Turn X, are the two most powerful mechs in the franchise. Of course, I can't explain why since it's a major spoiler. The Moonrace suits are very bizarre and interesting, although there are some cool designs like the Sumo. We also see mobile suits from the past show up here, like the Zaku's from the first Gundam series and the Kapuls from Double Zeta. All in all, Turn A's visuals are really good. The soundtrack is simply marvelous. It's probably the best in the franchise. It's very mystical and sounds like something you would hear from Disney. Of course, the person behind such wonderful music is none other than Yoko Kanno, who has done music for such anime like Cowboy Bebop and The Vision of Escaflowne. The opening and ending themes are nice as well. While I'm not a big fan of Turn A Turn, I did think it was okay. Century Color, on the other hand, is in my top 2 Gundam opening songs of all time. The ending themes are wonderful as well, so overall, the music is outstanding. The voice acting is top notch as always. Roland is voiced by the talented Romi Paku, who is best known for voicing Edward Elric from Fullmetal Alchemist. Takahito Koyasu voices Gingham, and he previously voiced Zex in Wing. Jun Fukuyama voices Keith, and he would go on to voice Lelouch from Code Geass. It's a shame that this show doesn't have a dub, but the Japanese version is good enough to make up for that. It's a shame that much like Gundam X, Turn A Gundam is incredibly underrated. Fortunately, thanks to anime streams and the release of the new DVDs by Right Stuff, more and more people are starting to find out about this amazing show. While Turn A is a good Gundam show, it's not perfect. The pacing is slow, and it's not a good series to start off with if you are a casual. I recommend watching Turn A only if you have prior knowledge of Gundam itself, as there are a lot of references in Turn A that you won't understand unless you know about the previous shows. Another thing to consider is that Turn A is not as flashy as other Gundams are, as the main focus of the show is the story and colorful characters. Honestly, that's what I love most about Turn A. It's not about style and movement, it's about the story and how great it is. Tomino made Turn A the way it was to strike back against Bandai. Very few model kits came out for Turn A, and the mech designs weren't appealing to a lot of people. Despite that, I commend Tomino for giving us something new in Gundam and making it enjoyable to watch. Turn A may not be the best Gundam show ever, but it is one of the best entries in the franchise. Final score, 8 out of 10. Well, with the conclusion of Turn A, I'm pretty much done talking about the 20th anniversary of Gundam. So tune in next time as we take a look at Gundam Seed. Until then, see ya!
Hold it there, cowboy. You're not done yet. You still got one more thing to talk about.
God damn it. What do you want, Joe?
It seems that you have forgotten a very, very infamous project that came out during that time.
Infamous project? What infamous project? Turn A Gundam was the only thing they created for the 20th anniversary. There was no infamous project. What the hell are you talking about?
So you're still in denial that it exists. Well, luckily, I have just the thing to jog your memory. Behold, G-Saviour.
No, 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 fuck no.
That's right, asswad. G-Saviour came out around the same time as Turn A Gundam, and now you must face it again.
Yeah, fuck that. I have been through so much shit. Shitty anime, shitty manga, comic books, TV shows, video games, whatever. But nothing can describe the horror that is within that case. Nothing.
Aw, come on, man. Don't be a pussy. You know the fans want it.
Forget it, Joe. I am not reviewing G-Saviour. Gundam Seed Destiny, I would watch 10 times over than ever see that god-awful shit again.
Come on now. One more time wouldn't hurt.
No. Forget it. I've been through psychological torture once. I'm not doing it again.
Well, I know you better than most, G-Shadow. You can't stop talking about shit. It's in your passion. Talking trash about G-Saviour right now is something you desperately want to do, am I correct?
God damn it. Why do you always have to be right? Fine. I'll do it. One more time. I'll do it.
Great. I can't wait to laugh at your misery.
Well, you can go fuck yourself, Joe, because I'm not doing it for you.
I'm doing it for every single one of you out there, so you can never, ever, ever have to go through the pain and the agony that I went through watching this piece of shit. This isn't going to be a normal review. It's gonna be a total annihilation of the worst thing in the Gundam franchise. This will be the final time I talk about this piece of shit, for a while at least. It will be the end of it all. This is the destruction of G-Saviour.